They refused to sit next to him. But 10 minutes later, the entire plane went silent. The flight to New York was packed, every seat taken, and passengers rushed on board trying to settle quickly. As Jordan Myers stepped onto the plane, the usual stares followed him, those quiet, judgmental looks some people give without saying a word. Jordan ignored them. He had grown up around this kind of silent racism. But the moment he reached row 18, things turned ugly. A white couple already seated there looked at Jordan, then exchanged an uncomfortable glance. The woman whispered loudly enough for half the row to hear, "I'm not sitting next to him." "I don't feel safe," her husband added. "Let's get our seats changed. I don't trust people like him." The words hung in the air like poison. Jordan calmly placed his backpack under the seat, pretending not to hear, but the couple pressed the call button immediately. A flight attendant approached with a friendly smile. "What seems to be the issue?" The woman pointed right at Jordan. "We want different seats. We're not sitting next to him." The attendant blinked. "Ma'am, the flight is full. There are no open seats." The man shook his head, louder this time. "You don't expect us to sit next to someone who looks suspicious, do you?" Passengers nearby stiffened. Some stared directly at Jordan. Others pretended to look away. Whispers started. "Maybe they're right. Who knows what he's carrying? He does look sketchy." Jordan swallowed the anger building in his chest. He stayed silent, because speaking up always made things worse. The attendant tried again. "Sir, ma'am, he hasn't done anything. Please take your seats." But the couple refused. "We're not sitting here until someone replaces him." The tension spread through the whole cabin. Then the intercom clicked. "Attention cabin crew, prepare for departure." Everyone quieted down. A second later, the cockpit door opened, and the pilot stepped out for a last pre-flight check. He walked down the aisle slowly, observing passengers, adjusting his gloves. The couple straightened up as if expecting support. Passengers leaned in, hoping the pilot would handle Jordan. But then, the pilot removed his mask. Gasps exploded across the cabin. The couple froze mid-breath. Passengers' eyes widened. Even the flight attendant stopped talking. Because the pilot looked exactly like Jordan. Same skin tone, same features, same presence. And he was walking directly toward them. Everything inside the conference room froze the moment Mr. Kingston, CEO of Manhattan Global Holdings, walked in with 2 security officers. His eyes went straight to Daniel. Not to fire him, but to protect him. "Daniel," Kingston said firmly, "I received your message. Show them the proof." The entire room turned silent. Daniel's hands shook as he placed his USB into the projector. Seconds later, the giant screen lit up, and everyone gasped. The images showed financial fraud. Millions of dollars, slowly routed from the pension fund. Daniel was hired to manage. Authorization codes, email trails, hidden transfer logs. Everything pointed to one person. Liam Murphy, the same man who mocked Daniel on his first day. The same man who called him lucky to be here. The same man who tried to blame Daniel before the meeting even started. Liam's face turned pale. That's fake. He forged this," Liam shouted. But Kingston shut him down immediately. "We traced the metadata hours ago. Every document leads back to your personal laptop." Liam dropped into his chair, defeated. As the truth unfolded, the board members who doubted Daniel earlier couldn't even make eye contact with him. But Daniel wasn't done. He clicked to the next slide. A slide that shocked the entire room. "3 years ago," Daniel said softly, "I was rejected by this same company. Because someone on the hiring committee said I didn't fit the culture." A murmur spread across the room. Daniel turned toward Mr. Kingston. "And yesterday I found out who wrote that line." Everyone looked at Liam again. Kingston spoke loudly. "This company owes you more than an apology. From today onward, you're promoted to senior financial analyst, and you'll be leading the recovery investigation." The entire room erupted. But Daniel wasn't looking for applause. He looked at the faces of the people who had judged him. Some ashamed, some shocked, some trembling. Then something unexpected happened. One of the board members, an elderly woman, stood up. "Daniel," she said, "on behalf of this company, I'm sorry." We judged you before we even met you. And today, you proved all of us wrong. Daniel's eyes softened. Ma'am, he replied, I didn't come here to prove anything. I just wanted to do my job. As Liam was escorted out by security, he whispered angrily, This isn't over. Daniel looked straight ahead. Not scared, not angry, just determined. Because he knew something. The world had finally seen who he really was. Not what they assumed. Not what they labeled him. But the man who stood his ground and changed everything.